and we're going to talk about the strategy that can be used and that I and Charlie used to 5x your money in a cryptocurrency bull market. There comes a time where there is bull market mania. 2017, end of quarter three, and all of quarter four. Bitcoin insanity, cryptocurrency mania. And what happens is whales are people that have large amounts of money, okay? And they get together and they team up and they strategically decide to pump a coin.
Yep.
And this happened with a bunch of different coins, and this will happen again. And the first one is a coin called Cardano coin. Okay, the code for Cardano coin is ADA. So it was launched in quarter three, and it hit the markets at 2 cents per share. I remember when Cardano coin first came out, I looked at it, I noticed that it was decentralized. I thought it was cheap, and I was like, wow, this looks like it could be a very good coin. I read the white papers behind it. White paper just basically...
I think you were printing out a bunch, like 50 pages of white papers and stuff at that time.
100 pages. I printed out the entire thing. It seemed very legit. It's still a good coin. And here, as you can see, the price history, I thought to make an investment at the time. So let's say you were to get into Cardano coin at... Let's say you did your research and you didn't want to pull the trigger till it was about 5 cents per coin, which is about in like late November... Right here, yeah.
So it gives you a whole 2 months, even just to watch it, right?
Right.
And then you get in at 5 cents.
November 28th, right there, it was 5 cents, okay? So you just decided to take $10,000 and invest at 5 cents. That gives you 200,000 shares. Mm-hmm. So now you wait. And during these bull market pumps, as you can see, the all-time high for Cardano coin was $1.33. Let's say you decided to pull out at 80 cents. So 200,000 times 0.8 equals $160,000 minus $10,000 of your original investment. You are sitting on a cool and clean $150,000 US dollars. For some people, that's 3 years worth of money.
Within a month. We weren't even doing the whole, like, if you were to buy the exact bottom and the exact top.
Right.
This is like if you caught 60% of the middle.
Right.
Within that 1 month period.
And this is real. This actually happened. This is verifiably true. And this is one example. From 10,000 to 160,000, that is way more than 5x.
16.
This is not a child's game. This is real stuff.
Yeah, putting in $10,000 bet takes a lot of gumption.
Cardano is a very viable team, credible team, real good science behind their white paper, a legitimate cryptocurrency in the top 25 of the world. So let's say you took $1,000 and you divided it into 0.05, which is 5 cents a share. Now you have 20,000 coins. And let's say you really dropped the ball and you pulled the trigger early. You sold when it hit 50 cents.
Okay.
Now you're at 10,000 US dollars minus your initial $1,000 investment. You have $9,000 profit. Again, nothing crazy, not a lot of money, but it's nice to get, especially completely for free.
Yeah. Well, in the course of 1 month, that's more than most people's salary, right?
Yeah,
so
that's
if you can make your own salary or more within a month, if you have the chance, why not?
Yeah, that's like I said, that's a good little pocket. That's a nice little trip to Hawaii with some money left over.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
for two.
You could invest it. You could donate that money to your favorite orphanage. Like, you can do a lot of stuff with that money.
So when you look at a coin, you want to look at who's involved, all sorts of things. So on my show, I basically simplify it into one 5-point thing, which is what's the purpose of the coin? Who's involved? What's the design of the technicals of the coin? Then what are the economics? And then finally, what's the community or usage like?
Right.
So if you look at just those 5 points on a coin, you can generally get a very good idea.
So Super Gecko 8 says, guys, to be honest, the new coins will pump harder than old pump coins. They will pump harder, but the new coins are harder to track the eyes of most people because most coins that we're talking about, they were at least in the top 100.
Right, and so we're not talking about whether these particular coins that we're showing right now will be the ones that pump. We're just talking about in terms of history, showing what happened in 2017 just as an example. Of course, with the next bull run, there's kind of a cleansing which happens.
Yeah.
So in 2018, if you go through a lot of the Ethereum-based tokens, you'll see that from December of last year until now, when the rest of the market was pumping,
Right.
they did nothing. So if any coin that was older did not do anything over the last 6 months, it probably won't do anything in the next 1 year, or not much compared to Bitcoin. But if it has moved since that time and it is still an older coin, those will pump. Of course, the newer coins always pump because they're the new kid on the block. Whether they stay, that's the thing, right? So
Right.
a lot of the older coins, if they're able to survive and still pump in the new market, they will have more likelihood to survive. Whereas these new coins, they could come quickly and die off quickly.
This thing was pumped.
Well, yeah, and this and Verge were both pumped based on community
Yes.
only. So the technicals, the purpose of the coin wasn't as important as just they had a group of people who were following them and were willing to put money into the coin. And then in particular for Verge, the use case of privacy helped it pump, and then also McAfee. And in the case of Monocoin, it was listed on a huge exchange where it had more money pumping into it than before.
Mark my words. Like I said, today, May 29th, 2019, mark my words. You will see massive pumps. So you think $10,000 in the early part of June.
That's the target based simply on this ascending triangle pattern. The price, what it could do, what we're looking to do based on Elliott waves, is have this impulse. Basically, we had some consolidation here. We want to finish this impulse up, try to break 9,000 within this week. That's what we're looking for on the upside. On the downside, it could break down back into this pennant and then break out from there. So those are the two possibilities at the moment, but the overall trend is extremely bullish, things moving up. And then also if we look at the long term here, we have the next resistance being between $10,000 and $12,000. So once we get into that range, we'll probably be bouncing around in that area. So once we break through, we'll be bouncing up and down between the 10 and 11,000 maybe for a while.
Do you remember when I told Molotov, our boy Molotov, I said, I think we're going to see 10,000 Bitcoin this year. He called in.
Yeah.
He's like,
I remember.
he's like, I don't know, man. I don't think we're going to see it. And I was like, no, I'm feeling good. As a safe call, I think 15,000 for the year.
Oh, yeah. I think it's not a problem at all.
I think 15,000 is what we'll see.